Typically at the end of a year, different websites, different news organizations, they come out with their top 10 list or their biggest blank of the year. But it's pretty rare to see an entity come out with their biggest blank of the year and have it literally undercut their credibility and almost render them useless in the year to come. And I'm speaking of Politifact, which apparently is an outfit. Who's behind Politifact? Do we know? Some like news organization or just like some dude in a van or what?
It is a project operated by the St. Petersburg Times.
Okay, so the St. Petersburg Times has their Politifact, and what they supposedly do is they say, in this controversy between these two parties, usually these two political parties, the Democrats and the Republicans, we're going to measure the truthfulness of any given contention. Now, here's a theory that I want to just put out there. Maybe all journalists should do that. Maybe instead of saying the Republicans today say the world is flat, and the Democrats say the world is not flat. Instead of just leaving it there, maybe journalists should say, Republicans today say the world is flat, even though we all know it isn't. Here's a link to all the evidence that the world is not flat. Democrats countered with the world is not flat. And they're right. And here's another link to all that evidence. Maybe that's what journalists should do, but sadly they don't. So it's a marketable feature that you actually say, hey, this claim is in fact BS. Well, Dave Weigel reports that a couple of weeks ago, he pointed out that Paul Ryan, he of the Kill Medicare proposal, and we'll get to that, Paul Ryan's PAC was sending out emails to encourage their members to email Politifact and vote for the biggest lie of the year to be that Paul Ryan's Medicare proposal killed Medicare. Now, what did Paul Ryan's Medicare proposal do? It killed Medicare, but it called it Medicare. So, in other words, Medicare, which we all know is a government-sponsored social insurance program in which we pay into, and Medicare then, as a social insurance program administered by the government, pays for health care bargains now in instances with healthcare providers. It's a much more efficient system than the private health insurance system. We know it spends 3 cents on every dollar for administrative costs versus 25 cents on a dollar for private insurance. Well, Paul Ryan's plan basically says, take the what you would normally pay for Medicare for health insurance and essentially give it back to seniors in the form of coupons or vouchers that they can go out and supposedly buy private insurance with. I say supposedly because private insurers don't want old people. They don't want to insure old people because old people tend to get more sick. So to deal with that, they raised the prices. And all calculations showed that under Paul Ryan's Medicare program, it also, seniors would go out of pocket more than they do under current Medicare projections because it's no longer a government-run insurance program. It's just simply coupons to go buy private insurance. Well, Politifact said that this charge by Democrats, that Paul Ryan's plan would destroy Medicare, was a lie. You understand this is the functional equivalent of me saying to Matt, where's that car you promised me? And you say, oh, I got the car I promised you. I cut it in half. It has only 2 wheels. There's no windows on it. There's no back seat. Here it is. And I say, Matt, that's not a car. That's a moped. And you say, no, it's a car. I took it all from that car that you lent me or whatever it was, and I said I'd give back to you. It's the same thing. It's just I changed it a little bit, but it's still a car. I call it a car, and I go, no, it's a moped. It has only 2 wheels. A car has 4 wheels, and you go, no, dude, this is a car. In fact, check with Politifact because they're saying you're lying. This is a car. It's just not a car as you've known it. So Politifact, in announcing their lie of the year, has now essentially announced that they are fundamentally worthless as a truth-telling organization.